Well, hi, folks. Been a long time since I've been on the internet. Just saying, Dave McPherson here, representing the Capital Sports Bar, 6300 Lady Hammond Road in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Almost 4 years to the day. We had an interview with this gentleman here, talking about some of the issues that were happening in the maritime music scene at the time. And now we're going to represent a little different format. We're going to look at the Capital Sports Bar and the changes that we're making there. And we're going to introduce a new concept for us anyhow, not a new concept for a lot of people. And the concept is karaoke. And there's only one person in the world that I wanted to talk to for karaoke. His name is Jackie Smith, and he's here with me today.
Hello, Dave. We're in lovely Sullivan's Pond talking.
Well, we had options. We were going to go to the Capitol and sit there, and we were going to go to a lot of different places, but it's just a beautiful day out here. It's the 7th of May, and next week, the first time ever, we're going to introduce karaoke to the Capital Sports Bar, and this is when we're going to do it.
Yep, we're going to do it from 7 o'clock till 11, so make sure you come on down early and try to support the bar and kind of show them how karaoke works.
May 16th, that is a Thursday night. Now, listen, a lot of folks didn't know, and I didn't know. I kind of had this preconceived notion that karaoke began in Japan, and that's just not the case.
Not the case from what I know anyways, because back in the day, you could get 78 records, so that's how long ago it was, and the company was called Music Minus One. And what they would do is if you were a saxophone player or a guitar player or a drummer, you could get a 78 record and play it on your record player, and everything would be there except for what you played. So if you were a saxophone player, all the parts would be there except for the saxophone parts. I never was familiar with vocals on it before, so I think what happened was the Japanese picked up on that and created what was called karaoke, not karaoke. We kind of Americanized it, and kind of like karate, which means empty hands, karaoke, and karaoke means empty orchestra. So probably back in 1988, 89, I was introduced to it while I was down in Los Angeles, and back then what they did is they would tape you while you sang, and then they put you in a studio and so you could lip sync to it. And then what happened when I was working at the Crazy Horse Cabaret, we had a contest called Vocal Wars from Studio 86 and Mr. Entertainment in Calgary, and they sent us cassette tapes with the words on pieces of paper, but we only got like about 20 songs, and we had people kind of buy for it. And there was a company at the time called Copycats. A girl named Jennifer Alshorn is now Jennifer Pettipaw. She actually won that contest and went to Ontario and came second in Canada.
So there's more information that we did not know. So it's kind of, you think about the evolution of what karaoke has been, because back then you were talking about the original ones were on 8-track tapes, is that right?
Yeah, when I started working with Copycats, most of the songs were on 8 tracks. There was 4 songs to an 8-track, and just had like 4 tracks. You could press a song, you didn't have to cue them up or anything, and it was 8 tracks. And then it kind of went to cassettes after that, and then it went to compact discs, and then it went to DVDs, which didn't work, and then it went to Laserdisc, which was really great. I loved the Laserdisc stuff. And then it went to CDG, and now we're on our computers.
So when you think about the money involved in back then, I mean, it would never have been MIDI files. It would have been real musicians playing these songs.
Yeah, and that's one of the problems with karaoke, is that a lot of people that come out to sing think that they're the original tracks, like Phil Collins in the Air. It's the original tracks. It's not. It would cost millions and millions of dollars to buy those original tracks from Phil Collins. So it's musicians in a studio. They try to pump it out as fast as they can. So sometimes the quality's not there, and because of copyright reasons, sometimes the words aren't right, sometimes the bass line's not right, but to get away with it and get it out there fast, they get it out as quickly as they can. But with that problem being seen, people ask for obscure songs that aren't available. If it's not a hit, it's not usually put on karaoke.
That makes sense, really, because I mean, what it would cost even for copyright rights to play these songs, like kind of like a SOCOM type of thing. There would be money involved with that stuff too. I guess for what our folks at the Capitol are looking for is like, what can they expect from Jackie Smith, the rock star of karaoke? Because a lot of people have this preconceived notion that you had to be a rock star in order to get up and do karaoke.
No, that's not the idea behind karaoke, because people, being stars all over the place. A lot of people do come out and think that they're a star, or they're going to be recognized, or they're going to do really, really well. That's not the idea. The idea behind karaoke is to have fun, and it's like having a hockey team come out and sing like a Virgin by Madonna. It's like a bunch of girls coming out and singing Backstreet Boys or it's not really about, coming out and being great. You don't really show off for anyone. There's no agents in the audience. There's not any musicians there unless they're getting it into themselves. The only reason there'll be musicians there is probably if they're looking for a singer. They'll go to a karaoke show, and you will find really good singers at karaoke shows. But that's not the concept behind it. The concept is that you can relive all through your nervousness. You can relive a fantasy, and you're a star for 3 minutes.
The cool part about it, when you think about it, is just like there's an opportunity to have. And the other thing that's kind of cool, I guess, with the modern technology, now correct me if I'm wrong, Jackie, the original tracks, you couldn't have altered those keys. For example, key changes.
You could once like the machines started coming out and stuff like that, and the laserdisc players actually had key changers on them.
Okay.
But the problem was, someone would say, it's an A, can you put it in A flat? It's not a musical change, it's a timing change. So what it does, it slows down the song by a second, or it speeds it up by a second.
Oh, okay.
So it's not a true musical change.
Okay.
And then I also say, listen, there's millions and millions and millions of songs out there. There's some things I ask. Please know the song artist, the song title, and be able to sing it in the original key. Because if not, it doesn't make sense. Why sing a song that you don't know? I got a lot of guys coming to my show that want to sing Whitney Houston and Celine Dion. That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me when a girl comes out and wants to do Rob Zombie. But it is for fun. So if you're there to laugh, yeah, it's funny when a guy does a Celine Dion song. But if you really want to come out and make it worthwhile, it'd be good to do a song that you know.
35 years Jackie Smith's been doing this, and again, for anybody here, I probably should have touched on the fact of who you are. Now, Jackie's been in the entertainment business for, I'm going to say, 45 years? Maybe something like that. Anyhow, started off with a band called Hooker. I don't know if I can say Hooker or not, but I'll say Hooker. And then, of course, the fame from Razor Boy. So he was the lead singer of Razor Boy for 42 years?
Yeah. Yep, for 42 years. And actually, Hooker was my fourth band. Oh. And the other ones were just part-time bands. So I started off with a band called Strutter, then was in a band called Amra, and then went to a band called Chaser, and then went to Hooker, and then went from Hooker to Razor Boy. And Razor Boy was a lot of fun.
Well, that's where I first met Jackie, and to be fair, like he's just he's the entertainer's dream because he gives it his all. And when the karaoke show, when I first saw it, I think a lot of musicians might have been turned off because it's like, well, you're taking gigs away from us. But Jackie, he's an entertainer. He's going to do what he needs to do to survive. And this was a way to make some money.
Yeah, if I was a good instrumentalist, if I was good at playing an instrument, I would probably rather be at the Holiday Inn playing Feelings by Morris Albert on a piano. But I'm a vocalist, so it seemed like logistically the right way to go. And it made things easy. And I decided that, like Copycats did it really, really well, and I actually learned from them. They brought out costumes and toys and stuff like that. So a light show and a PA. There's a lot of karaoke shows that you go to. The guy's got his computer there, and there's nothing else, and you sing. You can't sound good if no one's going to process your voice. So we try to make you sound as good as you can and look as good as you can. Thus, we call it Rockstar Karaoke.
Well, I can tell you is Jackie's got top-notch gear, top-shelf gear, top-shelf lighting show. It's a lot of fun. I think there might be some props there, but the bottom line we want to get across to you is that we just want you to come out and support it. Try it, have fun. If you need some liquid courage to get up on stage, that happens from time to time. Is that fair, Jack?
Liquid courage is a big, big thing. There are people that go, there's not enough alcohol to get me up there, and then at the end of the night, you can't get them off the stage.
Well, we got all the same people who sing in the car and sing in the shower. Like it's the same people, and this is an opportunity to have some fun with your friends. And a place we're going to actually look at doing a wing night. The first time we bring Jackie in there, so it'll be something to eat. There's definitely something to drink, and just a lot of fun for you and your friends.
Yeah, and there's lots of snacks there and stuff like that. And it's a good time. It's 7 o'clock to 11, so you still got time to go home and get rested up for work the next day. Come out early, come out around 6, and after work and grab a bite to eat. And like I said, there'll be snacks there throughout the night, and just meet some new friends.
Now, let me ask you a personal question, Jack. Have you ever been surprised? Have you ever been shocked that some people come up there and just blew your mind? You couldn't believe how good they were?
Actually, quite often. Quite often, I've had some people. I don't know if I should ask them if I could use their names or not. But I have some people that come out that should be recording artists, and just amazing. So easy to do sound for. They got everything going for them, and sometimes it's kind of funny. The singers that think they're really good usually aren't, and the ones that don't think they're very good usually are very good.
I fit in the first category. I think I sound really good in the shower. I think I sound really good in the car. But you know, sometimes that's a little bit of an exposure right there when you're up on that stage. But at the same time, it's fun. It's entertaining. Something you wouldn't normally do.
It's hard to take the bass in the shower.
Well.
He's tried. Get the keyboards in there too.
Folks, on May the 16th, you're going to see Jackie Smith for the very first time at the Capital Sports Club in Halifax, 6300 Lady Hammond Road. We're going to open the doors early, probably around 4:35. There'll be food to eat, there'll be drinks to be had, there'll be merriment to be witnessed and experienced, and with my good friend Jackie Smith. And again, if he's not singing, you'll be singing, and there's lots of entertainment. You'll have a blast.
Yeah, come on out and support us. We'd like to see you.
Well, Dave McPherson here from the Capital Sports Club with my good friend Jackie Smith.
So hope to see you on Thursday.
16. Thank you very much.